You are with my glasses on.
Oh, far away. I thought you said, am I awake?
No, I'm like, you're all blurry.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, we'll call this special meeting to order and
For lack of a better term, I'm just going to designate it as the emergency disaster team met. And just for everyone's information, the emergency disaster team consists of Ryan Murray, Tabitha Ketzner, myself, Scott Houtman, Sheriff Beeson, and Eric Harper. That is your emergency disaster team. We met yesterday and we're discussing the fact that it is appearing like the peak for COVID-19 is going to be coming in the next week or two. And so in order to ensure that local government can continue as best we can, the team is requesting of the commissioners to adopt a new policy in regards to the employees in the courthouse and performing other essential functions. The plan is set forth in this proposed letter that we would like to have provided to the department heads. Basically what it boils down to is that in the offices where possible, now that we know that this is not going to apply to all offices, but those offices that have more than one employee, it is strongly encouraged that you stagger your staff so that there is at least only one employee in the office. And also if an employee, should you have to stagger and that employee goes home, then it is encouraged that they work from home if that is possible. Now, in implementing this plan, if someone is sent home because they have been staggered, then there will be a new payroll line. And that is going to be administrative leave COVID-19. And that has to be entered by the department head, because the department head is the one that is going to be dictating how each department is going to try and comply with this policy. If someone is sent home because they have had contact or have been quarantined or isolated by the county health officer, then in that event there is another code that will be administrative leave, COVID-19, quarantine. And Scott, correct me, you just told me this morning, some counties are dividing it out up to 5 ways. We're trying to keep it as simple as possible. And this was the best way that Scott felt we could kind of track. You know, are you staggering, or is this because of quarantine or illness? Okay. Another thing too is that the county offices must remain open. County business in each department must continue to operate, and this includes answering the phone and accepting people by appointment who have been screened. Another thing is, and this is big, this is not vacation time. We still have an essential function to perform. So this is not for if someone is sent home because of staggering, for them to just, take a vacation or go wherever. You must remember that you're not to leave your home, per the governor's order. You are not to leave your home unless it is an essential function or it is an essential activity as defined in the governor's executive order 2016. Okay? If anyone chooses to abuse this policy, then they could be subjected to discipline, which could include termination. Because what we have to remember is we've got to keep this county government going as best we can. So that is what the team is proposing to the commissioners be adopted, so that we can try and eliminate exposure and possible cross-contamination. Because, with people going to different buildings throughout the county, there is that potential. In fact, the emergency team is going to start meeting remotely so that we can hopefully cut down on possible exposure, like to the EM building or to each other. Because if one of us goes down, that's not a good thing. It's further my understanding that with the team, if you don't see us as much, that is because there is a directive that is coming from the county health officer that we try and stay away as much as possible. But we will do our best, because we too have to keep the essential function going. So that is the proposal that the team would like to make to the commissioners, and would request that you adopt the same. Did I miss anything, Ryan or Scott?
Thanks.
Well, just also, this is kind of addressed in the executive order as well about maintaining essential functions, but also do that with at least the minimal amount of staff possible. Does that make it's in?
Correct. It is. It is in the Executive Order 2016.
I know we're supposed to keep questions till later, but I have an issue with the one person in the office.
Well, that's for the
We'll
department head,
talk about
Dolores.
that.
Okay.
I'm going to finish reading this one more time before any discussion?
If somebody would come down with this COVID-19, are they going to take sick leave first?
No,
They'll be paid.
correct.
And this is monies that,
This is regular pay.
okay. Yeah, we're, from what I can gather, the worst of it's going to be from 2 to 3, possibly 4 weeks. So,
Keeping in mind that is ever changing.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of give up trying to read about it every morning. It drives you crazy.
Well, I'd just like to thank you for the work you guys are doing down there, because the important thing is keep everybody safe.
And I think the team we have in Cheyenne County is doing about as good a job as you can do.
Yeah.
As far as following the directions from both the federal government and state government, I think we're right on line. Would you not agree with that?
Yeah, and I think the big thing to keep in mind is this is a state order, not a local order.
Right?
And per the order, we cannot loosen it or restrict it as far as the stay-home order. So
Yeah.
we're bound by it as well.
Yeah. Okay, do I hear a motion to go ahead and approve this administrative leave COVID-19 for the county employees?
I'll make the motion to approve this.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Thank you.
Extraordinary times we're in.
Well, it seems like it's been proven in some of the states that are mandating this early is bringing this curve down a lot compared to the states that are not. And I think Kansas is probably doing a good job of doing that.
Yeah, I think so too. I haven't
I think
seen
we
any
were one of the first
criticism.
to close schools. So, and we don't have as many cases in Kansas as a lot. I don't know how many now, I have no idea, but
43.
I just looked this morning.
400, around 400.
400. That hadn't went up much then in the last couple of days, has it?
It jumped for a while there. There were several days it jumped, but no. Colorado is jumping.
Yeah.
All the spring breaks got over. Everybody still went on their spring breaks and then came back.
And just also of note, I get lots of questions on this. You do not need to come see me to get some sort of permit or paperwork, anything like that. If it is an essential function or activity as defined in the order, you can do that without, law enforcement's not checking papers and there's no border blocks or road blocks or anything like that, so.
And that is correct. No one needs written permission to be performing these functions or activities. But that is the only business that we had on the agenda for this morning.
All right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Good for you, Willie.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I've not got Willie trained.
Yes, sir.